Hollywood makeup artist Gloria Fuentes journeys to Tijuana, Mexico in order to help childhood friend Suzu Ramos compete in the Miss Baja California pageant, the Ramos family having been particularly close to Gloria ever since her parents' killings. Unfortunately, while the two young ladies are out clubbing one night, they run afoul of a crime gang run by Lino. In the chaos of a nightclub shootout, the two girls are separated and Gloria is forced to have to join up with Lino's gang and also play double agent while working for the DEA. However, Gloria is willing to stop at nothing to make sure she's reunited with Suzu, even though it turns out no sides are clean in any conflict. This is Miss Bala. So yeah, this turns out to be a remake of a, I believe, Mexican film. It said a Spanish language film. I mean, I'm guessing it was Mexican because it's, well, set primarily in Mexico, from 2011. And yeah, it's basically a kind of trying to play both sides against each other and against the middle type deal in order to bring the female lead into a, perfect resolution that she wins out on. And I did enjoy certain aspects of that. Like I said, I do kind of like playing the whole real no side is clean in this drug war type deal. I mean, the DEA is dirty. Obviously the crime gang is dirty. The police are dirty. You know, the police chief is dirty. So yeah, everything is like, there are cops that are on the cartel side. There are cops that are on the DEA side. And everything just kind of, yeah. You know, shenanigans ensue after that. It does play pretty well. I do think Gina Rodriguez plays her role really well in this. She does seem to have some really good acting chops. She's very good at playing in a sort of in way over her head scenarios. Like I said, they do definitely play all the sides as dirty. I mean, the DEA is shown to be overly aggressive. They basically think that she's already Gloria is already dirty off the bat. They even go far as to make several racist comments. Early on, Gloria is forced to participate in a car bombing of a DEA safe house, which kills 3 agents. And the DEA agent in question actually points out that the agents were, quote, real Americans, even though it's stated earlier in the film that Gloria was born in America to an American mother and a Mexican father, I believe. So, yeah, technically she's a real American, too. That's, yeah, like, I think that made them just, they made them maybe a little too dark. You also get, a little bit of nobility with Lino. They play it a little bit. I will say that. They play a little bit of, they don't make him truly noble. They don't make him like he's got a heart of gold or anything. No, he's still a scumbag, too, but they actually say, he's sort of this oddball in the Mexican crime world because he was born in Mexico, moved to California, but then got deported back to Mexico, and he said, I'm too Mexican to be American, and I'm too American to be Mexican. So he's actually fluent in English. Like I said, I really like the crime and that sort of intrigue and aspects to it. At one point, it's Gloria, sorry. The name Miss Bala, Bala means bullet, and it's something Lino tells her as he's teaching Gloria to shoot a gun during one point. And he says, the bullet settles everything, the Bala. So that's where the name Miss Bala comes from. And yeah, so where was I? Yeah, Gloria is at one point forced to run sort of this arms for drugs deal up into San Diego, where she basically makes the exchange drugs and money for the guns, and the agent. Oops, sorry, spoilers there. The guy involved is Anthony Mackie, and yes, he does play a bit of a role later on. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of that intrigue. Unfortunately, I think this film's major flaw is this is clearly an R-rated film that got dumbed down to a PG-13. Yes, this seems to now be suddenly a common occurrence with the movies I've been reviewing lately. I said that with Escape Room. I said that with Replicas as well. Like, I think that was meant to be R-rated. But yeah. Obviously, I don't think either Glass or well, obviously Kid Would Be King wasn't, but Again, that's beside the point. Yeah, like I said, this is clearly done. Like you could clearly tell that they wanted to show a little more swearing. I don't know so much about nudity and sex. Like there really isn't too much in the way of that, except for a little bit later. Excuse me. So basically, the big revelation is again part of the deal in trying to track down. Like I said, Lino tries to show himself as not being entirely a bad guy and offers to help track down Suzu. And, it turns out that, like, the chief of police, who has a reputation for sleeping with winners of the Miss Baja California pageant, has her, and he's running some sort of sex trafficking ring. And they basically rig the pageant so Gloria wins it so that she can get into a room alone with them, where they will, the cartel. I say cartel. I don't think that's really a cartel. It's more of a gang, but. Anyway, the gang will break in and then shoot everyone and kill the chief of police, and that way, can basically run all organized crime in the town, I guess. It got a little convoluted at a couple of points too. So, but at the party, she meets up with Suzu, and it turns out that actually. Lino has known about her the whole time because she's actually in Lino's gang. She got forcibly indoctrinated, basically. And this causes Gloria to play things again to the middle. She rats everything out to the chief of police, sets up another shootout which breaks out. She then kills both the chief of police and Lino, gets arrested, but then it turns out that the guy that she had been making the drugs, money for guns deal, was actually CIA, and he bails her out and says, look, we could use someone like you. So he's the least dirty. And that guy's played by Anthony Mackie. I don't know if I told you that, but, so yeah, that's the sort of kind of twist at the end. She and Suzu get freed, and her criminal record is wiped clean as she joins the CIA, and that's kind of how the film ends. So yeah, like I said, I think there were some pretty strong overall performances. The story itself is not bad, but it did feel a little lacking. I think this film was, like I said, a little too quickly paced and a little too dumbed down to the PG-13 rating, which just kind of befuddles me, because I remember seeing ads for this that was going to be rated R and was going to be a little bit more intense than it was. And, did they think like a bunch of teeny bopper Jane the Virgin fans were going to see this just because Gina Rodriguez was in it? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, there's not too much in the way of there's some sexual subject matter, and there is one point where it looks like Lino is trying to basically coerce Gloria into having sex with him, but it's all pretty tame, and at no point do they actually have sex. I should also point that out, but. Other than that, yeah, it's, like I said, this really should have been rated R, and I think that's the one thing that really did kind of drag this down. I have to give Miss Bala a C.
It's Double Mystery Friday when Victoria Rowell is blackmailed.
Please don't do this.
And the payoff is murder.
He believes you killed her.
On Diagnosis Murder. Then America's favorite talk show host gets roasted to death.
That's your murder weapon.
And all the celebrities are suspects.
Shocking.
Burke's Law after Diagnosis Murder Friday.
Okay, trailer time, and we got mostly retries. We actually did get one new trailer, but there's actually a weird thing that kind of happened. First we had Us again, then we had What Men Want again, then we had The Prodigy again, we actually had two new trailers. Then we had Cold Pursuit, then we had Happy Death Day to You again, and then we had Isn't It Romantic? That's the movie where Rebel Wilson is this cynic who hates romantic comedies, but then she gets hit on the head and suddenly her whole world turns into a PG-13 rated romantic comedy. And Cold Pursuit is the Liam Neeson movie where his son dies and he goes out to kill the people behind it all. And that's sort of the weird thing, because What Men Want, The Prodigy, and Cold Pursuit all come out next week. And then the week after that, Happy Death Day to You and Isn't It Romantic come out. So that's the weird thing in that. Us is the only one that I think that comes out in March, or is it April? I want to say it's March. Anyway, yeah, that's the weird thing in there. That's the strange outlier. So yeah, next movie up for review is going to be Lego Movie 2. So yeah, it was none of the movies I'm talking about. After that, it'll be Alita Battle Angel. And in between that, we're going to have the random trade review on the classic Battlestar Galactica series from Dynamite. See you all next time. Hey guys, check out my Patreon and see how you can request a movie for me to review, even if it's some stinker like A Dog's Way Home or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Also, if you like what you see, give the video a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell.